Ladies, stop being hoes. Stop being hoes. Like, this is no real easy way to say it. Stop being hoes, man. Stop giving up something that is so sacred, so easy. Stop giving it up so easily, man. I don't know what's become of women nowadays, man. Like, you got women that are out here offering themselves up for money, offering themselves up for drugs, or off the strength of somebody just asking, like, yo, let me get some of that. Like, I know girls might say some stuff like, look, they're tired of being heartbroken. Men are always going to want them for only one thing, and they're just like, look, we just not for it anymore. We got our own desires and our own needs and stuff, so we just gonna find somebody that can fulfill those needs, whether they just met them or whether they just say that they gonna give them all the stuff that they need. And it's like, just giving it up so easily, man. Just this is not pretty. It's not cute no more. It's sickening, man. Like, y'all are better than that. Y'all should know your worth, man. Y'all can't be doing that, man. It's just, you know, the sad part is this stuff right here brings back a memory that I actually want to share. Now, viewers' discretion is advised on this story because it is pretty explicit. So, be cautious. Now, it has something to do with I don't really want to consider the girls a hoe because it's such an ugly word to call a woman, man. But in this particular case, it has to do with a hoe, unfortunately. So, a couple years back, I had chilled with a friend of mine and him and his bros and stuff during it was like around the 4th, like a little bit after the 4th of July, the week of 4th of July. We all hung out, we chilled at his crib, and we kind of went out, did some things, had some fun for a bit. So we always were pretty much in the looks to find some girls to, you know, have some fun with. And we would always fall short. None would ever really come through. And we would, or some would say they would, and then they never show up, you know. So there was one night in particular when me and my boy, we was playing the PS4. We was playing the game, and one of his boys texted him, and he opened the message, and there was a video he sent them actually. So he opened the video, and apparently it was a video of him smashing this girl. And in the video, he pretty much had her like screaming his name, had her calling him daddy and all that stuff, and he was just like talking mad shit to her. And so he was texting them saying that, yo, she's really for the team. Like, this girl is really the down the fuck type girl. Like, she is willing to do whatever you want, like whatever you want her to do. And he said he was gonna bring her by the crib the next day. Now, I've never dealt with a girl. Well, I've never like had like a little, I really don't even like using the word threesome or anything, but it's like I've never had a moment where it's two guys, you know, about to screw the same girl. So me and my boy looked at each other and we're just like, yo, like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, he said she's for the team. She said she'll do whatever she wants. So like, yo, what are we gonna do in this situation? So my boy was like, look, all I'm probably just gonna want is just to get some just to get some head from her. That's all. And at the time I wasn't a virgin, so I wasn't afraid to, you know, kind of get a little down and dirty from time to time. But I kind of had some morals and standards though, and I still do to this day. Whereas I can't find myself messing with a girl on that type time if we're not in no committed like relationship. Like, even if a hoe just randomly said like, yo, you want some, or you trying to get some, like, you know what I mean, or they trying to offer it to me and stuff, and I'm like, look, that's uncharted territory, baby. I'm not trying to catch nothing from that. I'm sorry. Somebody might call me a wimp for freaking backing down on some easy pussy, but I'm like, no, nope. I'm sorry. I value my life a little too much before I go down like that. But my boy said he was just gonna want some head, so I was like, you know what? I'm probably gonna want some head too. You know, if she's down to do that, then shoot, why not? Now, I didn't really think about it like deeply during the moment, because I'm like, the boy literally just hit the night before. So he's gonna bring her over the next day. He didn't say he was bringing any friends. Like, she didn't have any friends. He was just bringing her. So she was the only one that was gonna be here. And it was at least about, when we're all together, it's at least about 6 of us. So that was gonna be straight brutal. If all 6 of us was at the crib and he brought her, if he brought her here, that was just gonna be straight brutal. For real, for real. So we said we was gonna get the hit. We was gonna get hit from her, and that was it. So like, all right. Next day rolls by. So he brought her over to the neighborhood. Now there was a house like around the corner from where we actually chilled at my boy's house. So we that's where he was at with the girl. So we was over there. So we started walking over there because he told us to meet him over there. So we walking over there, and we get to the backyard. In the backyard, there's like a shed, like all the way to like the left and stuff. So we get to the backyard and we hear he's banging her again in the shed. And I'm like, yo, like in my mind, I'm thinking like, all right, he just hit twice. So now we definitely about to sit here and get some sloppy seconds. And I'm like, I kind of got a little turned off from that. I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and get the neck from a girl that literally just probably did the same thing like 5 minutes ago. Like, no. But in my mind, I'm thinking maybe this is some pretty girl. Maybe she's pretty, or she's just like, you know, good looking or something. Like, she got a nice body type stuff, but she's really loose with her decisions. And I kind of still had some interest in trying. So we waiting for them to get done. So we go around the front of the house and we sit on the step waiting for him. And that's when his boy comes out and he's like, yo, like he's pretty much going on and on and on about, yo, she's really for the team. Like, yo, if y'all really want anything, like she'll do it, bro. Like, you just gotta really get at her like that. So we like, all right, cool. So she around back and she was getting herself, like, you know, getting herself together. So we walking out back. And I kid you not, man, I got completely disgusted when I saw what she looked like, man. You ever seen treasure trolls? Imagine that. Imagine a dark-skinned treasure troll. A very, very black treasure troll. And like kind of fat, like kind of like a little fat in the weight. Like, I looked at her and she had like her hair, it was like she had like little blonde patches in her hair, but it just looked like it was straight dirty, like straight dusty. Like, she just looked like something off of, I don't know, like I don't want to sound so rude and mean, but this girl was ugly as fuck, man. Ugly, straight ugly. And I'm like, yo, I'm not about to sit here and let this girl touch me. No. Now, here's the most fucked up part about the situation. Like I said, me and my boy both agreed that we was gonna both get hit together from this same girl. So when the time came, after we done saw what she looked like, and after realizing that, he just really hit like a couple minutes ago, and we about to sit here and get sloppy seconds, he decides to call me out. And with all 3 of us out there, he decides to call, I said 3 of us, all 4 of us, he decides to call me out and say, yo, bro, like, you said you was gonna get ahead, right? Like, you can go ahead, man. I'm like, yo, you not about to sit here and call me out as if we both didn't agree that we was gonna do this stuff together. Like, I know you sitting here thinking the same thing I'm thinking right now, so don't sit there and try to turn around and act like you not about to go through with this nigga. We both in this together. You need to come on. He's like, nah, bro, chill. Like, I'm good, man. Like, for real. We gonna be in the crib now. Like, we gonna go ahead in the crib. You can go ahead and handle your business, man. Like, go ahead. I'm like, yo, I can't believe you doing this shit to me, man. I really can't believe you calling me out like this. And the girl was just standing there all lost and shit. Like, she was all confused, just waiting for somebody to just tell her what to do. Like, then the one boy that just got done smashing, he just looked at us, was like, yo, like, y'all need to chill out. Like, yo, she really like that. Like, you need to just get at her. Like, y'all looking like some bitches right now complaining about it. Like, yo, just go talk to her. Just get at her. And he just like, yo, like, he said he wanted the head so he can go ahead and get that. Like, I'm fine. Like, we gonna Come on, let's go in the crib. Like, he kept trying to hurry up and run out of that situation and leave me there. And I'm like, yo, I can't believe that you really gonna bail out on me like this. And I'm like, yo, it really made me so mad. And I was like, you know what, fine. I was like, fine, all right, you know what, all right, cool. So I decided, they already walking off back to the crib and stuff. So it's just me and this nasty looking, treasure trove looking, ugly, swear, man, the description, y'all would have to have seen her for yourself to understand what I would be saying about it, man. It's just me and that girl standing out there. I decided to walk over into the shed. Now, my heart was racing as I was walking to the shed, because in my mind I'm thinking, am I really about to let this girl touch me in any way, shape, or form? I'm thinking STDs, I'm thinking HIV, I'm thinking crabs, all sorts of STDs, man. Like, I'm thinking all sorts of STDs when I'm looking at her. And as I'm walking into the shed, thinking that the moment she touches me, I'm just gonna get plagued with probably whatever she has, because it just ain't no way. The thing about it, I'm gonna let a little secret in on the ladies too. Any ladies that's watching, when it comes to stuff like this, you see, if you were to be the type to be a hoe in some way, shape, or form, don't sit there and be the type that just stands there and waits for the dude to say, all right, come here, go ahead, handle your business, come here. If you really that type of girl, then you should know every kind of move in the book to be able to seduce me. You know what I mean? If you don't really have the looks, at least have the moves, at least be able to know what turns somebody on or what to do. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. This girl literally just sat there, like just stood there and was just waiting for somebody to say something. Just waiting. Like, that right there alone made me even feel as though she was screwed up in the head in some way. Let alone allowing somebody that I don't know how long the boy known her, but just allowing somebody to smash and then offer it, and then allowing him to offer you up to his bros, and you actually come through and actually try to be a part of it. Like, something had to really be wrong with her, man. And I was just so sad on the inside that she was really this type of girl, because I can't. It's hard to accept a girl that like that, man. It's really hard to. But hey, everybody makes their own decisions nowadays, man. So who am I to really judge? So when I sat, it's like a little chair that was in the shed, and that's exactly where he was banging her at too. And I'm sitting on the chair. Mind you, I'm sitting at the very edge of the chair, because I'm like, I don't want to get any kind of whatever fucking particles that's all over this chair on me, so I'm going to sit at the very edge, like, trying to avoid all that shit. And she just stood there, just waiting, like I said. I looked at my phone, I looked at the time, I sat there in my head like, am I really about to let this dirty girl touch me? And within maybe 30 seconds of me asking that to myself, I said, nope, not at all. And I immediately walked out of that shed and went right back to the crib. And she followed me back to the shed too. She followed me back to the crib too. Followed me back to the crib. I'm like, damn it. Now, they were kind of upset with me that she actually followed me, because they were kind of like, yo, like before she even got to the crib or came up to the room where we was at, they was like, damn, you let her follow you, man? I'm like, I mean, what, y'all was really gonna leave her out there? Like, yo, what's wrong with y'all, man? Like, y'all brought her over here, of course she gonna be following us. So I made sure I sat like as far away as possible from her, because the weird part was we was all in the crib, we was like just chilling, like playing a game, and we was talking, cracking some jokes, she was laughing, and everybody was laughing. I made sure I kept my distance from her, because I'm like, I don't want to catch nothing in the air, in the aura around you, or any kind of sort. So then a little bit later, that's when the rest of the boys ended up coming, and they ended up going outside. Now she followed them outside. I stayed inside, and I was just chilling. So a little bit after they went outside, I see these guys run back into the house. Like, run back laughing, and they were like, yo, we just left her out there, yo. Like, they really laughing like that shit was so funny. I'm like, what do you mean you left her out there? They was like, yo, I'm looking out the front window, And I see her pretty much out in the neighborhood just wandering, like walking back and forth. Like they really left her out there and she had like nowhere to go. They caught the bus out there, so there was no telling if she had any money for the bus or anything. Like she just was just walking back and forth in the neighborhood trying to look for us. And she would look like she was afraid to even come knock on the door asking if we was there. So it was like she probably thought we wasn't there, thought that they was still outside. So I'm just like, yo, y'all are some real like fucked up individuals for bringing this girl out here, offering her up to everybody, and then just leaving her out there. Just leaving her. Don't even bother to go out there and give her any money for the bus. Just bail on her and then just watch her from the window and just be laughing like it's such a funny thing. And I'm like, y'all really fucked up for that, man. Y'all are really fucked up. I wasn't gonna help her. I'm sorry. I mean, you put yourself in that situation where you was gonna come out here and be a hoe. So, hey, you better be mindful of who you go with, because if those are the people that's just gonna bail out on you and run away and leave you out there stranded, then hey, then you should know that you should not be a hoe if you don't like situations like this, because this might happen a lot, especially since they have no respect for you. And it's gonna offer you up to like five different dudes and stuff, like, and you actually trying to fall through with the plan. Like, you're crazy. I'm sorry. Whatever, that punishment was something that she kind of deserved, but at the same time it was still really harsh for what these guys tried to do, man. And it just made me look like I'm glad that I'm not this type of dude that really be out here messing with these type of girls, and also like just be like doing this blatantly nasty, disrespectful stuff like that. Like, I would at least make sure you make it home safe. I would at least do that. I would not just leave you out there in the weather. I mean, it was the summertime, so it was hot too. It was hot outside, and like, I would at least make sure you have some way home. If not, if I have like some sort of transportation, I would at least take you back home. But just to leave you out there and not even care about your well-being, not even care if you even got anywhere safe or have anywhere to go, man, it's just completely fucked up. This story right here should let y'all girls know, look, if you want to be a hoe, you need to be extremely careful who you mess with, and you better be extremely careful because of who you actually be going out to go see, because you never know. They might motherfucker try to offer you up to like 5 different dudes if they haven't already. And if you think that it's all just part of the game, then you're going to find yourself in a very, very, very regretful situation. So ladies, stop being hoes. It is not good for you.